Here comes the bopping.
We're gonna bop.
And now everybody can see it because I messed up. I had it on preview instead of live. Nah, this is what happens when you do things live.
Kind of a that thing.
So, by the way, I mixed this music myself, so very proud of it. Hello and welcome to the HR Data Labs Brown Bag Lunch, sponsored by Salary.com. I'm your host, David Turetsky, alongside my best friend, co-host, partner in crime from Salary.com, Dwight Brown. Dwight Brown, how are you?
I am good. Did you notice I got a haircut?
A few of them, actually.
And I
yes.
trimmed my beard so I'm not as scruffy or schmutzig.
Schmutzig, yes. Good job.
Schmutzig?
Schmutzig is me. Is that what you're saying?
I look a little more human these days. So.
Just a little. Just a little.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to realize my baseline is still subhuman, but
like a Wookiee. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, exactly.
Well, Dwight, hopefully you're good, but today I'm awesome. And you know why I'm awesome?
Tell me.
We have with us one of the most brilliant people on LinkedIn, and that's our friend Heather Bussing. Heather, how are you?
I am good. I am so good. I had the flu last week.
Oh, no.
And I have not been sick since before 2019. Like,
Oh, my goodness.
not.
Wow.
That's
I
wonderful.
haven't had COVID. I mean, I like.
Oh, really?
I am a hermit. And it has benefits. But
Yeah.
a hermit with benefits.
I heard it was benefits.
Oh my God. I felt so vulnerable. And it caused mental health problems as much as physical
Really?
health problems.
Ouch.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
because I'm a big tough lawyer and I like power through whatever needs to be powered through. And
Yeah.
I could neither power through nor run away. And
Oh, no.
Are you saying you got a God complex, Heather?
So, wait a minute. So, are
I'm
you...
the big tough
no,
lawyer.
I have a fat bear complex.
So are you okay, though, now?
You seem
What?
like you are.
Yeah, you seem fine.
I feel great. But I came back from that going, oh my God, my life is so precious.
Yeah.
The world is so precious.
Absolutely.
My people are so precious. My dog is like the most amazing creature.
Yeah.
And I am so grateful to be alive. And there is so much joy and beauty in the world. And sea lions don't care about our little government drama.
Which is exactly what we're going to be talking about today. But first, what's the last thing you did for the first time, Heather? And was it get sick?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It has to be trying new foods
Oh, okay.
because my beloved is a chef. He is
Oh, really?
like an amazing cook.
He's a
And-
Renaissance person then.
Oh, definitely. But I mean, it's like serial renaissance though. It's like,
Absolutely.
find the thing and then
Wrestle it
devour
to the ground and beat the crap out of it. So for those of you
yeah.
who don't know, Heather's talking about the one and only John Sumser, who's a brilliant person. And together, you two make such a wonderful couple.
Yeah, we have really weird conversations.
Really, I'm sure. I'm sure they go really in depth too.
We are total nerds. We are
Yeah.
just such nerds.
That's okay. I'm a nerd too. So is Dwight.
We're very
Hey.
happy.
We're all nerds.
The
It's all
spice
good.
of life, you know?
Exactly.
Exactly. So he's been experimenting with different Asian dishes and
Oh, that'd
and
be good.
yum. Yes, Wei Yum. He figured out how to make really good chow mein, and
Love chow mein.
and it's even better than takeout.
Really? Oh, wow. I've talked to him about that next time we speak.
Yes.
But because we only have a half hour with you, and we could spend weeks talking to you, but we want to go into our topic today, which is the absolute Michegoss, which means the craziness that's the world in which we live in. And the first thing I wanted to try and touch on was your perspective on just what's going on in the federal government. And we can not taking it from a political perspective, but looking at it through the HR lens of how is all of this going to affect HR?
Hey friends, Marnie Robbins here, host of Vibe Makers, a podcast now on the Work Defined Network. Look, we all know workplace culture doesn't come from a slide deck. Gross. It comes from people. So on Vibe Makers, I talk to the folks shaping the experience of work from the inside out. You know, the HR and people ops folk, founders, leaders, and misfits building culture through small bets, big beliefs, and a whole lot of trial and error. No fluff. Well, maybe a little fluff, but mainly just candid talk about what happens when you stop duct taping your culture together. Come check us out. Listen to Vibe Makers wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah. Well,
Yes, we feel the same way, by the way.
How is it not going to affect
Yes,
HR?
exactly.
it may actually be less than you think, because at this point, there has been absolutely no change in law. So all anti-discrimination and civil rights laws, both federal and state, are in effect.
Right.
It is illegal to discriminate. The rest is theater.
Right.
I mean, not entirely. They
Right.
are investigating and trying to intimidate and change behavior. But the law is in effect.
And we've seen that happen through courts who have upheld the current legislation despite the executive orders as well as kind of the rulemaking that's coming out from the executive branch.
Yeah, I mean, as a practical matter, what's happening is a power struggle. Because the executive branch would like to be able to enact law. That is generally the job of the legislative branch.
Right.
And the judicial branch interprets it. The executive branch under our Constitution is to take care to execute the law.
Right.
That means that the laws must exist.
Sure.
And so that's why agencies are under the executive branch to interpret those laws and to implement them. But the president cannot make law.
Well, not only that, but the legislature also has the power of the purse string as well, right? I mean, so they have
That's
through
correct.
legislation, they have to come up
Right.
with funding of whatever the executive branch comes up with.
Right. And the current legislative and executive branches are sort of ignoring that right now. Which is when you hear the term constitutional crisis, that's what we're talking about.
Well, I think it becomes even more of a crisis, though, Heather, when you have the executive branch going to the judicial and saying, hey, listen, Supreme Court, rein in on your judiciary because they're stopping the executive branch from doing what it wants to do. But it's exactly what they're put in place to do, isn't it?
Sure, but if the goal is to undermine the Constitution itself and ignore it, there's not a lot that anybody can do from in that constitutional framework.
Right.
So
Yep.
so if the executive branch decides to ignore law and ignore court orders, the only vehicles for enforcing court orders are under the executive branch, which are the Department of Justice. So So, if Articles 1, 2, and 3 crumble, then there is no framework anymore, and we will have to approach it in other ways.
Well, I mean, it's creating, to your point, a constitutional crisis. It's becoming an extra constitutional situation, like things like the DOGE, which is just trampling on lots of firewalls that have been set up between branches and between groups and between functional areas, and basically taking all their data and going together. And we don't do that for a reason.
Right.
Yep.
For very good reasons, but those reasons are irrelevant and not something that the current administration thinks are important. I'm not sure. I can't attribute motives at this point because I'm still trying to make sense of things.
As we all are, exactly. I think everybody's sort of stuck in this swirl of trying to make, the shock and awe is what I've heard it described as, and I think we are in the shock, and definitely I haven't moved to the awe stage. It's just shock stage right now.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. And that dissonance is exactly what the point is.
Yeah.
Because people who are confused and afraid cannot act.
True.
Right.
We go into fight or flight or fawn, which is normal human behavior to dissonance and fear.
Yeah, I think what we're seeing most acutely in the stock market right now. I think.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Yeah,
I mean that's presenting itself as being uncertainty, and the last thing you want from a bond issuing entity like the United States government to have uncertainty where it's causing this. It's causing a trade war. It's causing a whole bunch of things that upset and unsettle not only consumers but producers and the supply and demand chain on everything.
And business and HR who can't, evaluate risk, for new deals. They can't do workforce management and projection about headcount and it throws everything upside down. So what do? Right? So what do? And the answer is, first and foremost, continue to follow the law.
Right.
Yeah.
Because even if they decide to roll back the Civil Rights Act at the federal level, state law will continue to be in effect, and states may change those depending on what their culture and priorities are. But at this point, your legal obligation is to provide a discrimination and harassment-free workplace.
And that's the point, Heather. Don't stop doing what you're doing today, because nothing's changed. Nothing's going to change unless or until something else happens, and you'll know about it. You'll know really clearly that things have changed because there's going to be a lot of press about it. No, I'll give you an example. The Department of Education, the IRS, both of those two groups, they're going to lose a lot of people. And it's going to happen. Actually, I think they just announced that the post office is going to lose 10,000 people. Okay, first of all, your letter carrier is not going anywhere, so don't worry about that. But what it does, though, it paralyzes people into thinking, well, if the IRS is losing people, do I not have to submit my tax returns? Yes, you do. Am I going to get my mail? Yes, you will. Everything has to stay where they are. Keep doing what you're doing until you get notified of something different. Don't panic.
Don't panic. Don't panic. And in times of chaos, it's very easy to focus on what's changing. And right now is a time of opportunity to go, where do we want to be? This is a time of changing chaos, But that means that it's also time to rethink what we're doing and how we're doing it.
Right.
And so that we can be adaptable and that we can make sure that we're doing what we know is good for our business.
Right.
And that's the thing. Focus on staying in business because that's your priority and that's how you take care of your people and that's how you continue to take care of your clients.
Yeah.
And your investors. But those that's your sphere of influence. Yeah. So what can you control? What is good for your business? What is good for your business in times of change and disruption and chaos?
Right.
You know, this time is not forever. It will shift, and we know that. And it may get worse before it gets better, but it will continue to move. And you need to be directing what's going on at your organization to the best that you can and use this time to focus on your business, your people, your clients.
We've seen some fascinating things happen. I've seen lots of states advertising that say, hey, if you're a federal government worker and you've lost your job, we've got lots of opportunity for you.
Yeah.
So I've seen New York do that. I've seen some other states do that. And I think it's brilliant. And I would say this.
Yeah.
I would say this to all of the employers out there. There are going to be scads of people. You're going to get veterans. You're going to get veterans of the federal government. But you're going to get lots of veterans who need a home, who need a job, they're going to be displaced. And while they may get some severance, take this opportunity to find these wonderful diamonds in the rough and be able to employ as many as you can, because this is the time to buy. This is a great opportunity to find some brilliant talent that's been hidden inside the government infrastructure.
Yeah. I mean, suddenly we have access to all these subject matter experts who understand it from a different perspective. You know, not the profit perspective, but how do things work and how do we, promote policy and how do we make this good? Yeah.
Well, and if you think about it also from the perspective of these are people who are coming out of the government. And if you think about one of the biggest challenges in business, it's understanding the government and the processes behind the government. You now have a whole pool of people who can be internal experts on how the government works and take your business to the next level that way. It's yet another skill set that they bring to the table and another competitive advantage they bring to the table.
Absolutely.
Right, and these people have worked through multiple administrations, regardless of politics, regardless of party priorities, and stayed focused on what mattered, which was doing their work. And that's exactly what I'm advocating for all organizations. So you're getting somebody who's really good at doing what you need to be doing right now.
Yeah.
And the opportunities that we're going to have, they'll present themselves in other ways as well. Like, for example, each state, if let's just say the Department of Education goes away, each state is going to have that infrastructure built into the state now. And so if people are leaving from the federal government and the Board of Ed or the Department of Education, you're going to get some tremendous hiring opportunities to hire people who have literally been doing this across the U.S. And, go grab them.
Right.
Yeah. And when the funding structure shifts, it's an opportunity to shift the delivery structure too. And if we're not required to jump all these hoops, on standardized testing to get our federal funding,
right?
Maybe we can make more effective classrooms.
Maybe. And I was thinking about
there are always opportunities. So,
sure.
So, my advice is wipe the slate clean and Mr. Rogers the shit out of everything. I mean, just figure out how to do good.
Won't you be my neighbor? Like, really?
Yes.
Yeah. Put the red sweater on.
Yes.
What is it, the cardigan? Was it the cardigan?
Yeah, the
cardigan.
Yeah.
And he never talked about integrity or equity or inclusion. He just did it.
He did it. Yeah. No matter who came to his door, he was their neighbor.
Yes. Show. You don't need to tell. Show.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So let's switch gears a little bit. Yes, we're still talking about the craziness about what's going on, but let's translate that, though, into the states now and some of the really interesting things that we've seen. Let's talk about some of the things you've seen in the states that make you, let's go from being concerned to now being encouraged.
Oh, I'm really encouraged by states. I'm really encouraged by state law. So red states in the Deep South are passing Crown Act laws.
Oh, really?
That prevent discrimination based on hairstyle.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we saw some of that happen in Texas, I think it was, where there were some lawsuits. I think there was some in California as well, but that's obviously not a red state. But yeah. Because
what most of us believe, most of us are not racist. Most of us are not sexist. And all of us have some biases that we can work with. I've had to work with a lot, and I'm
sure you have.
Well, I walk this really weird middle ground, right? I'm white. I grew up the child of college professors, so middle class. And I was adopted. So I have always felt other. Yeah. I started working in a male-dominated field before sexual harassment was illegal. I mean.
Yeah, that must have been fun.
I know how to navigate oppression and discrimination and abusive, toxic people.
Oh, yeah.
And, I have had to learn how to deal with weasels, be it opposing counsel or the other side or,
Right.
Yeah.
So it's just, we all are fundamentally good. I really do believe that. And there are people who do not do good because of trauma and all sorts of other things. But generally, I believe that people are good and that we are not our government.
That's certainly true. And I think the "we are not our government" reflects even more so in the state, even though that's closer to home.
Right.
Although I've got to be honest with you, Heather, I've been very proud of a lot of states that are adopting pay transparency laws that are, that are really kind of stretching to beyond where the other ones have been. Like Massachusetts passed one, it was good. It's for base pay transparency. But then you get New Jersey and Illinois that pass
Colorado. Illinois and Colorado are killing it.
Yeah.
Illinois and Colorado.
I'm proud of Illinois and New Jersey for going beyond base pay.
Yep.
I think Colorado's is still just base pay, but in New Jersey and in Illinois, they're doing base plus bonus plus other pieces of comp, as well as benefits. Now, the beauty of Colorado, as you know, is they're going to career frameworks and career progression, which is wonderful. So there are states now pushing where the earlier states had laid some groundwork. Now these states are kind of pushing further.
Yeah. And it's fabulous. And I'm excited about pay data reporting.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about the EU Pay Transparency Directive. which
we
will
could have an episode
require
specifically on that.
pay gap
Multiple episodes.
reporting.
Oh, really? Pay gap reporting by
gap
company. Oh, interesting.
reporting. And pay transparency not only includes pay, but what are the criteria for promotion and what is career progression look like at this employer? And employees can ask for pay gap data.
Really?
In their salary range,
Wow.
like show me the roles that are similar and comparable to mine and what the gender pay gap is.
Wow. That's pretty dramatic.
No, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Because it forces employers to look
Yeah.
and fix it.
Well,
And what if we solved the problem?
yeah, well, yeah. So
We can only hope.
that would be great, but under the current administration, that would never happen federally. State-wise, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, but we have the tools. We have
Right.
the tools. We have the technology. We have this culture of people analytics. Why aren't you doing pay data analysis and looking to see where there's issues and fixing them? It reduces risk, state or federal. It promotes trust. It makes you more competitive in the market.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I can tell you is I've heard this from chief HR officers. They're afraid of overturning that rock. They're afraid of looking underneath the rock and seeing what's there. But I mean, that's...
They will find problems.
Yeah, I mean, they don't want to find the problems because those problems are not only are they expensive problems, but once you overturn that rock, you can't put the rock back.
You can't. But the rocks are going away. That's what we're seeing trending with the pay laws. And it may not be that expensive. I mean, Ken Plunkett, the CEO of Salary.com, and I sat down.
Our boss, yep.
And yes, and analyzed the notable EEOC pay equity settlements. And they averaged about $5,000 an employee. And there were other claims usually involved. It's not that much. I mean, Kent's idea is set aside 10 or 20% of your bonus pool every year and apply it to pay gaps.
Right.
And in a few years, not only will your pay gaps be gone, you'll be more competitive.
Right.
And the industries, the world will change if everybody did that.
Right. But going back to our Yiddish start, it's not about Michegoss in that case. It's being a mensch, which is being a good person.
Gotta be a mensch.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, but that doesn't take necessary altruism because, as you say, that's a risk management situation as well because you're alleviating the legal ramifications.
Right.
Again, we're not asking you for, I don't know if he said this yet, we're not asking you for a legal opinion when we ask this, but it does help from a risk perspective from you getting sued or getting reported.
Right.
Oh, the best way to eliminate risk is compliance.
Absolutely.
Look at medicine. You look at healthcare and implementation of patient safety laws, specifically laws requiring reporting of medical errors.
Yep.
The thing that it did is the exact same thing. It took away the rock. Organizations had incentive to keep it buried, not investigate it when it happened. Settle it out of court.
Yeah.
And keep it quiet.
Keep it quiet, exactly. And then
employment law advice for generations.
Yep.
If you don't know, you can't discriminate. So don't know as much as you cannot know.
The ostrich principle.
That's right.
Yeah.
Stick your head in the sand.
Stick your head in the ostrich principle,
Those days are over. Those days are over. It's not just data, it's evidence.
Yeah. One thing that concerns me, though, about that, to be honest with you, Heather, is going back to the federal government for a second, the EEO has been told not to do prosecutions based on those, which is just crap.
It's
not going to go away.
And you know what? The EEOC doesn't do that many prosecutions.
No, but the ones that they had
so
active,
the actual impact is not as much as you might think it would be. Yeah.
Here's why. Because almost all discrimination cases are brought at the state level because states do not have damage caps and federal law does. And those damage caps are old and low and deter federal cases.
Yeah.
Well,
so let me be honest. It behooves everybody to do the right thing.
Sure.
That's what we're advocating today.
right. Yeah.
Do the right thing.
Because it's good business.
Yeah.
Not only can you feel good about yourself as a human in this world, it is good business.
And the good part is that, I think of all the clients that we talk to, and I've spoken with many clients over the last several months with pay transparency laws and how to implement. By and large, 99% of companies want to do the right thing at the end of the day.
Yeah, they do. They do.
And this enables it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
this is an opportunity.
it is.
Right.
And here's the thing. All you have to say is this is good business.
Right. Mm-hmm. It helps our company.
I am doing this because this is good business.
Yeah.
Right.
And it is. And it's true. And you can. So do.
Heather, on that note, we have to end.
Okay.
So thank you so much. We love you very much. You are one of our favorite guests ever.
I love you guys.
We would
And
love
we're
to have
looking
you
forward
back
to the
on.
next one.
Exactly.
Yep.
Go give your boyfriend a big hug from us. Tell him that we miss him, and we will talk to you soon. Thank you very much for being here.
Bye.
Thanks, Heather.
All right. Take care.